There has to be a balancing between the interests of government and protecting the citizens and the privacy rights of the individual. What is happening is all too often the TSA is exceeding the appropriate boundaries of their job necessities. So for instance, you often find people who go through the scanning machine being X-ray in nature, so that everything that there's a perfect picture of anything and everything that the traveler may have on them. Afterwards, they're then asked to submit to a pat-down. Many of these pat-downs are intrusive, they're invasive, and you know, in any area of law, for instance, there's a drug courier profile. That's a profile that people were taught as to what to look for in order to identify people who might be likely to be carrying drugs. The police have articulable suspicion, which means that they have to be able to tell you, a reason why they're stopping a person or a suspect. And the TSA just doesn't seem to have any guidelines. It's random. Oftentimes in application, I think it's discriminatory. There's many profiles that are singled out because of the appearance of the individual versus the actual threat, any kind of threat that may be apparent. And so as long as it's applied in a discriminatory fashion, as long as it exceeds appropriate boundaries of privacy interests of the traveler, I think that it's outrageous. I don't recommend that anybody get arrested, obviously. I don't recommend that anybody be obstructive, but I do think that it's fair for the traveler to ask questions. Once they've submitted to the scan, once they've gotten through the scan and nothing has been found on them that would, lend credence to a further examination. I would love to hear from other people who've had this kind of mistreatment. And I absolutely intend to continue to work towards trying to regulate or standardize the TSA process. I'm not saying that random searches aren't in order, they are, but they should be isolated. They shouldn't be on a consistent basis, absent some reason, some articulable suspicion.